What's up, everybody? So today I've got a fun little project. I am putting in new slab doors. So basically not doing the pre-hung, taking old doors out, putting new ones in, which means I have to router out for the hinges and where the handle goes. So I'm going to be showing you guys what I do for that. Ryobi makes some really cool tools to help with all that. But it's basically what I'm working on today. I've got 9 total doors I got to do. So basically going to a 6-panel door. Sorry about the shading. From a just standard, flat panel. So you can see I've already got them standing up. I've got the tops lined up. You can see that the bottoms are not lined up. I prefer it better that way. So if we've got to take anything off, it's off the bottom. And isn't as noticeable. I've got a planer to be able to do that, as well as I can use my skill saw if I need to. So we're gonna set up and actually show routering out and all of that. So it's gonna be good times. All right. So here I mark on what side the hinge is actually going to be on, so that way I can make sure that I'm not going to cut on the wrong side. As you can see, I did it on both sides here. So we will now set them in these blocks, or set the door in the blocks, so that I can start doing the routering. So hopefully my camera will stay up, dealing with some wind today. Anyway, so like I said, Ryobi makes some really cool tools. I made sure to set this at the right hinge size, and it's also got a depth on the side here. I've already made sure that I'm at the right depth. This is a cool little tool that, basically hand router, works off their 18-volt battery. Makes it real easy. Don't have to worry about lugging around that big router. So, all right, here we go. And now you can see nice, clean, routed space, perfect for the hinge. So spaced out almost exact as what the old door was, and we're now set up for get these screwed in and be ready for that side. Now I just got to do the hole for where the door handle goes. Yep. For the handle hole, this right here, what I like to do is stack the doors on top of each other and make sure the tops are in line, and then make sure that the side where the hole is in line as well. This will help make sure that I've got the hole in the right spot. Once again, this new door is a little bit longer. You can see the little spacing here, sort of. Shadows don't help. But I've also got some jigs to help me with this, to make it a little bit easier. So once I make my circle, so I know exactly where I want it to be, I know where to put my jig. So here we go. So I've got the jig set from where I mark my hole. A good way to indicate if you've got it in the right area, on these 6-panel doors, the hole should be roughly center in between these 2 larger panels. The nice thing about this jig is it does have the screw holes on the side where you put the tongue screws in, so that you can make sure that you're in the right area. Or actually, I'm sorry, so the jig will actually stay put whenever you go to use your hole saw to make the hole. Going to show you a little trick on that too, so you don't end up damaging the door whenever you're actually doing the work. Okay, so I've now got the hole saw down to about level to this gray mark here. And on the bottom side, if we can see it, you can see that the actual drill bit has basically punctured through. What I'm now going to do is I'm now going to flip over the door and go from the other way. What this does is it prevents, as you're putting the pressure on the hole saw trying to cut through, what tends to happen is if you do that, it will end up damaging this MDF that's on the outside part of the door, and then you have to make a major repair on a door that's brand new that you wish you didn't have to do. So now I've got to flip over this jig and drill from the other side, and then that'll make my hole nice and clean and not have to worry about doing any repairs. So nice and clean hole. I've already done the side hole as well, where the tongue goes in. But both sides nice and clean, no sides being ripped out or anything like that. I've also got a jig for this hole, so now I've got to put this back into the blocks that I have down on the ground so that I can get that routed out. So this jig's pretty cool too. It's got the clamp on the side to keep it attached to the door, but it actually comes with this piece here, and this is actually what makes it to where you can make sure that you're in the right spot before you clamp it down. So now that it kind of went through, I can clamp this down to hold it in its place, pull that out. It also does come with the router bit, which is the same router bit as the hinges, so I don't really need to worry about that. And then it also comes with these little markings on the side here, so you can make sure that you're going to the right depth. So yeah, gonna get this routed out, and this door will pretty much be done and ready to install. Okay, so unfortunately I did find a small flaw with this jig. So it actually only has this little screw. It's kind of, if you can kind of see, here, maybe if I do this. So it only has this piece right here. And instead of being a bar across it, and what it does is it actually lifts up this side when you turn it to tighten it down. So whenever I was routering, I'm sure you saw, I had to go through twice, and it was because I had to hold down this side over here so that it would actually router correctly. But you can see the tongue's in. It's pretty flush with the door, looks good. So I'm gonna get that screwed on, get the new door handle back on, and then hopefully go get this door installed. So. All right, as you just saw, door open and closed no problem, even though the door had about half an inch, bigger size to it than what the previous door did. And so now I got to move on to the next 8. Not going to video any of those, obviously. Just mainly wanted to show you guys kind of how I go through the process of doing slab doors. So we're not just paint, we take care of, all different types of things. And most of the time you'll see me on job sites doing the work myself. So, all right, till next time.